Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, I have no memory of this event, but my mom used to like to talk about this one day when she took me to the store. And as we walked around up and down the aisles, I stopped people and pointed to her and said, "That's my mommy. See my mommy? Isn't she wonderful?" And stuff like that. Now, as I said, I have no memory of this happening, but I do remember that that's the way I felt about her and my dad. When I was just a little kid, like most little kids, I idolized my parents. I thought they were the next best thing to God. They were my idols. They were my heroes. And as far as I was concerned, they were perfect. Now, like most kids, when I hit my teenage years, there were times that I thought that they were the biggest assholes in the world. But as I grew into adulthood, I realized that my parents were really much better people than I gave them credit for. They were good people. Nowhere near perfect, but they were doing the best they could under very difficult circumstances. I was the third of 5 boys. Now, just raising one kid is hard enough. I imagine raising 5, especially when they only planned for 2, must have been a very daunting task for them. I remember asking my mom what she felt when I was born, and she sighed and said, "John, I was so tired." But I just said, "We'll have to take what God gives us." My mind finished that sentence, but that doesn't mean we have to like it. I heard those words in my head so clearly that for a moment I thought she said them. So I grew up with a lot of issues, just like everybody else does. And it wasn't until I developed and matured as an adult that I could really understand just how hard it was for them, how many sacrifices they made for the 5 of us, how hard they worked, not just at providing for us, but at being the best parents they could be. And I think back to times when I was a total asshole, and I feel really embarrassed. And I marvel that they didn't murder me in my sleep. Imagine you are doing everything you can for your children, and how ungrateful they must seem when, they're young and willful. I don't have any kids myself, so I doubt I'll ever fully grasp the emotions that are involved in that. But even though I have a pretty clear-eyed view of my parents as imperfect and flawed human beings, over the years my admiration has grown so much for them. So that today, I'm a lot like that little kid in the store, telling everyone, "That's my mommy." Thanks for listening.